Who's holding them up? There's one car holding up this whole line. I can't tell who that is. We're going to get up there. Hey gearheads, welcome on back into the NASCAR 21 Ignition Career Mode. I'm Alan Bailey. I do this for you guys. I do this because I said I was going to do a full career playthrough on this awful game, and that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a full career playthrough. I don't know if it's going to be 1 season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I was hoping for 3 or 4 seasons, but frankly, what's the point? What's the point? There's nothing to achieve. The only customization is literally my name. So it doesn't really matter. I can't even pick my paint scheme. I can't own a team. I can't do anything. I know I said I was going to do a review, but I wanted to try to give Motorsports Games a little bit of an opportunity to put out another patch. The 3rd patch has not come in. I spent, I kid you not, 2 hours with trial and error to find the right settings with my setup so that everything can function correctly. I don't know if I've hit the optimal goal, but we're as close as we're going to get. So, let's just go ahead and give you a points update real quick. We are 3rd in the standings. We fell after our DNF at Las Vegas due to bad video game physics. We were leading the points, so we're 20 points out of Chase Elliott, who is leading the points right now. You see our 4 winners. Larson won the 500. Elliott got the victory at the Daytona Road Course. We won the very next week out at Homestead, Miami. And Michael McDowell won out at Vegas. Because that's realistic. So, yeah, that happened. But guys in the playoffs right now, you got Chris Bell, Denny, he's a hack Hamlin. You got Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, MTJ. You got Bubba, who's currently 10th. He jumped up to 10th in the standings with a top 5. Kurt Busch fell to 11th. Austin Dillon in right now. Daniel Suarez jumped into the playoffs. Same with Brad Keselowski, who fell some spots. Logano fell a spot. He is your last driver in. Right now, 3 points out. Willie Byron, Ricky Stenhouse, Kevin Harvick, and didn't do that. All right, another issue with the game right there. But you see who's on the outside looking in. And you've got a couple of guys who are tied for 17th. I can't even scroll through a menu correctly in this game because the game is that broken. The owner points, though, we're sitting 5th right now, which is fine. It's where we were, but we make up 20 points. We're looking at an owner's title here, so trying to get the owner's title for Colic. Yet we're still leading as far as teams are concerned because we have, even though Hendrick has 2 wins, the average points with the other vehicles balances out. We're a single car organization, so we're currently the highest scoring average points. Manufacturers, somehow Toyota is still leading the points. No idea how this is calculated or how this works, because Chevy has 3 victories, Ford has a victory, Toyota has none. Yet Toyota is leading the manufacturer standings. This is a NASCAR what are you doing issue, not a game issue. So, or maybe it is a game issue, I don't know. Alright, just a quick little overview of the calendar so you could see how we got here. Kudos to them for getting this right, at least. 4th at the Daytona 500, 2nd out at the Daytona Road Course, then the victory out at Homestead, Miami. Disappointing DNF out in Vegas, my second home track, my home track in this game, because Auto Club's not in this game. Thanks, Motorsports, for that. So we're heading out to Phoenix in this next one. Ironic, considering we're heading there this weekend. Then we're heading out to Atlanta, and the next one followed by Bristol Dirt. We're going to get dirty. So, let's see if this thing's any better. Let's go.
Welcome to Avondale, Arizona for the Instacart 500. Alex Hayden here, bringing you all of the action from today's Duel in the Desert. We are expecting a lot of great side-by-side racing, and the infamous dogleg in the front stretch has given us some of the most incredible restarts in 3, 4, and 5 wide passes in recent NASCAR history. Cars and drivers are lined up and ready to go. So let's head trackside and get those engines fired for today's race in Phoenix.
So, I have no idea how, but we ended up putting the thing on the pole. I didn't think we were that fast, but okay, she's still a tick too tight. So you could see I've given her the really loosey-goosey. These are all my options. I can't do anything to the car. I'm not a huge setup guy, so it doesn't affect me like it does, you know, other creators and gamers. But, you know, I'd like the option to just mess with a few things. I mean, this is just next level ridiculous. So let's head out and see how we do out here. Yeah, thanks, Creepy Crew Chief. Thanks for that. And then we'll go. It starts it back here for some reason, and I've got no control. And look, at my oil temp is negative 460 degrees, so way to go, oil temp, I guess. Let's see if it fixes it right there. Yep, there it goes. Right as we get control at the start-finish line. Okay.
Alright, right there. You can see him. Go get him.
I'm leading. Now, sound issues. Add that to the list, because why not? She's a little not great. And kudos to the Motorsports games, because they actually did manage to get the bump on the dog leg correct. That is very treacherous. The drivers talk about it, and it's there. And you could see we have pulled away a little bit here. They're scrapping back there for second. That's good for us, so we'll try to set sail here. And hey, by the way, if you haven't already, mash the subscribe button. It helps us out a lot. We have our 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming out, happening real soon, I should say. But we got to get there beforehand. And like 80% of you guys that watch these videos are not subscribed for some reason. If you want to help support the channel and keep the content free, continue to mash that subscribe button. It helps us out a lot. You can also follow us on the social media accounts at Hey Alan Bailey on the respected social media accounts. Links are in the description below, and they're listed right up there. Ooh, I'm going to pay attention to the race and not where my social media accounts are. Alright, 1.3 up on Logano right now, so not too bad, not too bad. You can see the ticker having a mini seizure up there. I don't know why it's jumping to 8th, 10th, whatever. It's not going based off of who's on the racetrack. It's going based off of who's physically closest to me. And I guess technically, if you know, don't treat the racetrack like a racetrack and the middle of the racetrack is free game, which it is in this game, yeah, I guess all those drivers are. See, it should look like that, but then it jumps like this with the 7th place driver, the 8th place driver, the 10th place driver. That's not correct, so add that to the increasingly long list of bugs, glitches, and broken code in this game. It's an incomplete game, is what it boils down to. And the thing NASCAR fans, content creators like me have said for literally the last 7 years, not the last 6 years. Everybody thinks that they took over in with NASCAR Heat Evolution. No, NASCAR 15 was their monstrosity, this developer, and they've rebranded themselves 3 times in 7 years to cover up their mistakes and get away from their own bad press. This was the year that they were supposed to continue or just take a huge step forward, and it's just another huge step backwards every single year for the last 7 years. has been a gigantic step backwards as far as quality, as far as content in the game. Graphics was a huge step forward this year, but gameplay, immersion into the game took a massive step backwards with the lack of the career progression. I'm putting out a video. I'm just honestly extremely disappointed in motorsports games in this hot steaming pile of garbage that they delivered and that I paid $90 for the Champions Edition that has a Bill Elliott paint scheme that I could care less about. And they could put out 10 million paint schemes this season, which they seem like they are, and I'm gonna get them all because ooh, I got the pack. But what was that? Like, I'm trashing the game and it's proven my point. Like, what was that? I was nowhere near the controller for the or the button, I should say, to look back like that. Yet here we are looking back. It's absolutely ridiculous. Look at this AI train. They all choose this middle groove, which I'm running at the moment, and they train, and occasionally you'll get them passing on the high side, which is what they're doing up there. They're too wide up here. But you see, they're not really three. Okay, that guy was trying to do something, whoever that is. But you see the train. It's just comical. They prided themselves on, ooh, we're gonna have the best AI. We're gonna have the best driving experience for the players. But you've got this AI train, and here it's a little bit better here when I get in it because they have to react to me. But see, they're three wide up there, getting physical. Who's holding them up? There's one car holding up this whole line. I can't tell who that is. We're going to get up there, but you see Willie Byron here is three wide trying to get something happening. I'm going to shove it down here, Willie. Thank you very much. Ooh, okay. It's like they would spread out so much more than this. And notice that the AI doesn't do what I do, and they don't dive down here like they normally would in real life. So, is that Quinn? I think that's Starcom. Starcom up here, ladies and gentlemen, continuing the tradition of holding up the field. And Quinn Hoff in Starcom equipment is running 8th. All right. That's cool, and I did the look back. Okay. Starcom kind of holding up the field, spread everyone out. There's just a gaggle of cars on the what is the start-finish line now. Bubba Wallace running 6th. We're putting him a lap down, and Keselowski's almost 3 seconds up, and then after that it's glitching hardcore. So I don't know who's ahead. Joey Gase here is already a lap down. We're putting him a 2nd lap down. Thank you for giving us the spot, sir. And we just made up a 2nd in like one turn, over a second actually. So I didn't think we drove it in that deep, but I guess we did. Hi, Brad. Good luck next year, bud. Sincerely, because dude, you're gonna need it. Just saying. You gotta rebuild that thing. You gotta rebuild them. I mean, I think you're, I don't want to say you're not as good a driver as Tony Stewart, but you know, you kind of like need to like, literally, what in the world? Alright, why did it sound like I just took a sword out of my front bumper when I got off of him? Yeah, we're good. Just, you can see the shadows are still glitching, and here, I'll change to this view. The shadows around this car are still not right. They're better, but you can still see a little glitch. They got significantly better, though, I gotta say. But, and that's where we are with this game. It's not, oh yeah, the shadows look good. It's, oh, they were awful before. They were non-existent. And now, they're a lot better. It's like we're addicts, and our dealer's giving us, like, you know, better products or something. Or it's like motorsports games is the person who's abusing us, and we've got like Stockholm syndrome going on. Well, you know, he's getting better, you know, he's only just slightly beating us to death every night, because that's what's happening. I don't mean to make light of domestic abuse, I really don't, And that's not the case here. But that's exactly what this company's doing to its fan base. They're giving them an awful product, and they're smiling and bragging about how great the product is. But at the same time, it's not. It's an awful product. And we're at a point where I'm saying, oh, the shadows look better. It's not even look how good the shadows look, because they're still glitchy. You could see the fuel tank is just become one with the racetrack. And even when I get into the wall right there, it sounds okay. Not great, just okay. And the shadows are glitching still. Everything at this place, everything on this racetrack, everything in this game is glitchy. Nothing is foolproof. Even the paint booth has issues. So, like, I'm trying to find something positive in this awful game, and I can't. Like, the pre-race ceremonies are cool, but they're not great. They're just okay. So, I need to just lower my expectations even further than the basements of hell. I don't know where you go from there, but I gotta get my expectations lower than the basement of hell in order to enjoy this game. Oh, thanks, Newman. Appreciate that, bud. We've almost lapped the field at this point. You can see Chase Elliott's 1.5 ahead up there, and Kyle Busch is running 25th. Is that what that just said? Really? Okay. Sure, game. And it looks like Quinn Hoff's luck has run out. He was running in the top 5 somehow, and he's 26th right now on the racetrack with about 8 to go here. So, sorry, bud. You know what I really wish? I wish that we had stages in this game. I really do. The ability is there, but it's just not, frankly, turned on in the code. Somebody went in the code of the game and figured that out, but and even on the menus, there's like a stage win category to keep track of that. But it's not in the game, which makes me wonder how glitchy is the game with stages that Motorsports Game was like, no, just take it out. We don't even want it in the game. It had to have been like awful because they shipped the game when it was crashing. So it probably just wouldn't even turn on. It was so bad. It had to have been, right? Like, I can just sit here and speculate all day with the actual problems of this game because for 3.5 years they worked on this garbage and this was the best they could do. What did their failures look like over the course of 3 years? Seriously. Like, and listen, I don't claim to be a genius. I don't know how to program a video game, like, or a simulation. So this is like, you know, really tough stuff. But they hired a bunch of Codemaster veterans and executives to come over and do this game, and clearly they didn't hire the right ones because this is an awful game. Closing laps, we're coming up on Chase Elliott, who's running 3rd. We're putting him a lap down. So only 2 cars on the lead lap right now, ourselves and whoever is running 2nd. No idea who's running 2nd. None whatsoever. But that person is the only other car on the lead lap. So tell me how this is a good game, Motorsports Games, and how the physics are great and it's realistic, because it's not at all.
White flag, next time by.
Coming to the white.
2 on the outside, you're 3.
There's the white.
All right.
Ooh. Kurt almost got
Clear,
into us
clear.
right there. He was racing us really aggressively.
Got
Excuse
one
me,
right.
pardon
2
me.
on the
Thank you,
outside,
Daniel.
you're 3. Clear, clear, clear.
Yeah, I sent it. Just because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We already got a win, so we're already in the playoffs. So nothing matters until the playoffs start. So we're kind of just killing time. And I know last video I said we're going with the Larson mentality. We turned it back on. We're winning. 2nd victory right there. New Iron Man achievement. So you see the finishing order right here. Joey Logano looks like he's coming up 2nd. He's the only, yeah, so any day now game. They're still finishing. This is real time, but like Joey finished 23 seconds off the pace. It takes about 35 seconds to get around here, so we were about to lap him. But there's your top 10. Ourselves, Logano, Elliott, Bell, Hamlin, Keselowski, Truex, Harvick, Byron, and Dillon, your top 10. Bubba just coming outside the top 10 right there. You got Rennick, Bowman, Blaney, Stenhouse. They don't even put Ricky. They just put R. Stenhouse Jr. for space. They got Larson 16. Larson 16. Kyle Larson ain't finishing 16th at Phoenix this weekend. I don't think so. Matty D, Daniel Suarez, Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, your top 20. Yeah. And you see we're in victory lane again with a custom car. Our custom car. The game grabbed our custom car that we can't race in the career mode. Alright, that's not the car we just raced with. That's the custom one. Alright, why not? It's just comical at this point, it really is. But with that, we move back into second in the standings, second victory of the season. You know, we got one DNF, but we have finished top 5 every other race since. We're the only driver with 4 top 5s this season. Everybody else has 3. Chase Elliott has 3, and Christopher Bell has 3 top 5. Same with Denny Hamlin. But you know, we've got a couple of wins in 5 starts, and we've got 10 playoff points. So we will effectively lead the points when everything gets reset. And you notice 105 laps led for us. And Chevy's won all but 1 race this year. They've led a lot of laps this season. Yet for some reason, they're only second in the manufacturing standings for some reason. Toyota is still leading, even though they literally have no wins this season. We're leading with our 2 victories so far. Hendrick has 2 victories as well, but we still have a higher point average. We're third in these, or we're tied for third with Hendrick Motorsports in the 5 car, and yeah, we're tied for second, I should say, in the point standings. But the tiebreaker does go to Larson somehow, even though we have the most wins. It should go to us because we have the most wins, and then you would go to top 5s. We have more top 5s, then top 10s. We're tied. Then at that point, it would go lead laps, not DNFs. So, not official, you know, tie-breaking NASCAR rules here. So Motorsports Games screwed that up as well. Yay. It's just a joke at this point. We head to Atlanta in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, mash the subscribe button. For NASCAR 21 Ignition Career Mode, I'm Alan Bailey. We will see you at the track.